flee an unsafe living situation, and having both of them on minimum wage and bringing a newborn daughter into life, they needed to quickly find a safe and affordable place to stay. And after contemplating this, I realized that maybe if we didn't have that help when we needed it most, that I may not be standing here in front of you as a mechanical engineer at Floor with the ability to give back to the community and contribute to society. And that all makes me think that things have come full circle. Last fall, I had the opportunity to work in the nonprofit world from some awesome opportunity that I was given by Floor. I worked as a campaign associate for 4 months as part of the employee-sponsored program that Floor selected me to be a part of. This program allows companies from all over Calgary to second or sponsor employees to join the United Way during their busiest months of the year. This program is so important because it allows the United Way to save on some admin costs, but also gives people like myself the opportunity to learn about the needs of our city and develop strong leadership, interpersonal, and communication skills. As a campaign associate, my role was to work with different companies that I was assigned and help them plan their internal United Way campaigns. I was assigned 25 corporate accounts ranging from law firms and energy companies that I had never heard of, and I had to work with corporate representatives to plan events for fundraising, help train employees on United Way information, and I also got to attend a lot of their events. And during that time, I practiced a lot of my Toastmasters skills, having to present on things I was super uncomfortable with, like mental health awareness and childhood brain development. And for an engineer that works mostly with numbers, that was super out of my comfort zone. But I'm so grateful for that opportunity. For those of you that don't know what the United Way is, they are a nonprofit social impact organization focused on 3 main pillars. And those are setting kids up for success, building strong communities, and helping people overcome poverty. The organization works by bringing together funds, and through rigorous evaluation, they determine where to direct these funds to help the most vulnerable people in our community. They help over 90 agencies and fund different programs and initiatives, and they also have their own. And for my 4 months being immersed in the nonprofit world, I got to learn so much about our city and its needs, and I want to share a little insight with you today. There is one initiative that lies very close to my heart, and Floor is actually a great supporter of it. It's the All In for Youth initiative. It may sound a little familiar because it's all over our Angel Points volunteering system, but a little bit about what it is they focus on helping youth stay in school, helping them graduate on time, and helping them successfully transition into the workforce. They do this by bringing success coaches into schools, and these coaches work directly with the students to build positive adult-to-youth relationships, and oftentimes they're the only positive adult relationship they have in their lives. These success coaches also help to remove any barriers these students have to graduating. For some, that could mean help with understanding the language or with math tutoring. But for others, that can mean financial assistance because there's students that are working full-time while in high school trying to provide for their families. And there's also students that can't make it to school because they don't have bus passes or winter clothing that fits. And so when it's minus 30 outside, they're not getting to school. And so since its inception in 2012, they've improved graduation rates by 5%, which sounds like a little number, but it really isn't. Because when I look around, I know that a lot of us may not be here if we hadn't graduated high school. Another organization that I got to work with and learn a lot about was the Distress Center. Has anyone heard of the number 211? Okay, that's pretty good, because most rooms I talk to have never heard of it before. But like 911, 211 is a call line that anyone in Calgary and the surrounding area can call. It's for emergencies that have to or non-emergencies that have to do with social, government, and community services. The volunteers answer the phone, they assess your needs, and they direct you to different organizations and agencies that can help you. Some of these calls can range from, I have a mattress that I need to donate and I don't know where to put it. They can help you with that, but they can also help you with some more grave circumstances. Like if your child has talked to you about committing self-harm, or if a person themselves is thinking about committing suicide. All of these volunteers are trained in de-escalation practices. But there is one story that a volunteer told that really touched me. They talked about how during their volunteer shifts in the morning, they would often get a call from the same elderly woman that just wanted to talk about the weather and her morning for a couple of minutes, and then that was it. And after a few calls like this, the volunteer asked the woman, how come you're calling? And just realized that she was the only social interaction that woman had all day. And that 1 2-minute call got her through to the next day. And living in social isolation is a serious thing in our city. And so working with these different organizations and hearing these stories, I also realized that Calgary right now is kind of going through a hard time. There are more people than ever requiring access to services that have never needed them before. These are middle-class people with families that suddenly got laid off and their EI is running out and they can't find another job, and now they're needing to access the food bank. But these organizations are struggling themselves because there are less people donating. And so they want to help as many people as they can, but they don't have the resources to do so. And so I have an ask of you guys today. When you leave this room, I want you to Google a cause or an organization that resonates with you and find out how you can give back, not just donations, but I mean time or talent that you can donate. And I'm sure that these organizations would appreciate it, and you never know when you could be helping someone like my family get back on their feet. Thank you.